Hi, this is Wendy here, and today I wanted to talk to you about different types of investors, because at some point on your property investing journey you will very likely run out of your own money. And it's when you run out of your own money that I actually believe it's when your learning really begins. I often say to people, when you run out of your own money, your learning really begins. And why is that? Well, because there's an added responsibility, there's an added creativity, there's an added necessity when you're using other people's money with which to invest. So what are the 4 different types of investors, and how might you be able to attract those investors and work with them? Well, first of all, just as there are different types of investors, there of course are different types of investment. And what you'll find is that certain types of investors are suited better to certain types of investment than others. So partly what you're going to be looking for is a good match between your project or development and the type of investor that you're also looking for. Because if the two don't match up, you're going to have some problems and some difficulties along the way. Now, when I talk about investor, I'm talking about somebody else who's got money to invest in. Perhaps it sounds simple and straightforward, but just to clarify that that's what I'm talking about. And it also does include people who might become more like joint venture partners, JV partners with you. So you offer the expertise and the knowledge, and they use their money. So there are different ways of structuring those partnerships as to how they can work best. And I would always recommend that you take legal advice and also professional financial advice when you are getting into partnership with other people using their money as a way to invest. There are 4 main types of investor though, and certainly one's worth you knowing about and being aware of, because you will be able to discover on the journey of networking and meeting other people and finding out what these people want, which kind of investor they are. So, number 1, the first kind of investor is a cash investor. So this is somebody who has got money to invest. Maybe it's sitting in a bank or in stocks and shares. They're not particularly happy about the returns they're getting at the moment, and they just want money in, money out. So it's a short-term cash investment. They might be willing to lend you a small amount of money, or even a large amount of money, to make your investment work, but they're just simply in it for a cash turnover. The second type of investor is the investor who wants to pay you for your services. So it's more of a transactional relationship that you have with them, whereby they will pay you for sourcing, they'll pay you for project managing, they'll pay you for doing the refurb, they'll pay you for tenanting, and you might offer a whole suite of services. And that kind of investor is somebody who's looking to buy your service like a product. So they're a transactional investor. The third type of investor is the investor who wants to develop a portfolio. So they are a JV partner type investor. They may have quite a lot of capital to invest. They might have quite a lot of money that they want to keep rolling over time and time again. And using your knowledge and your skills, you'll be able to help them to create a portfolio. Now, with those type of investors, there's an opportunity to do a joint venture, which benefits you as well as them. It might be 50-50, or it might be some other proportion and percentage. Whichever way you kind of cut the slices of the pie, what you've got to make sure is the investor is happy about the way that the investment is divided up and works, and also that you're happy with it too. And I'm not going to go into detail in this video about how to form those joint venture partnerships with those kind of investors, but just be mindful that there are investors who don't just want cash in, cash out. They're looking for more long-term asset building portfolio services. And then of course the 4th type of investor is the one-off joint venture partner. So somebody who's not looking for a portfolio, but maybe just wants to do a project with you. It might be a development, it might be a big refurb, it might be a commercial conversion, it might be an HMO. But it's the sort of person who's looking to do one, maybe with a view to the future and doing more in the future if it all works out well, but initially just taking the step of doing one joint venture. I would always recommend that you make sure that those joint ventures are secured, and that you get legal advice to make sure that whether it's set up in a limited company, an SPV, which is a special purpose vehicle, or some other kind of partnership agreement, that you've got the right legal advice and the right partnership framework there for that to work properly. Remember, it's their money that you're going to be using, their hard-won, hard-earned money, so you need to be responsible about how you do that. So those are really the four main types of investor. The one-off cash return investor, or the cash return investor who wants to keep recycling their money, but they're looking for cash return. The investor who buys your products like a service, buys your services like a product, so they're looking to invest money in your time, and you will be swapping your time and expertise for money. The joint venture partner who's looking for a portfolio, and the joint venture partner who's looking for a one-off or maybe a slightly bigger type of project. So on your journey, I'm sure that you'll find that you will have to start to find investors to work with. I hope this video has been of use to you and of interest to you. If you've got any thoughts or questions, please let me know. Please like the channel and sign up for regular updates. I hope to see you very, very soon.